What's up, Goddess Gang? Today we are back with another video, and today you guys get a sneak peek at a super amazing nail set that I created, and we're gonna do the other hand. So I don't know where to start with this one because we're doing one set, but I want to talk about the other set. So let's start talking about the set we're doing first. So as you guys know, I applied this rose pink builder gel for a full set by Madam Glam, and it turned out beautiful. And so now I'm going to go ahead and design the nails. Now these are a few colors that are older from Madam. For example, this one and a few other ones, but we're going to be featuring our October collection in this video, which is the potion gel polish collection by Madam Glam. And so I'm very excited about that, but I'm also super excited just simply seeing how beautiful this color lays over the pink. So I really wanted to actually, I did this nail just to see how I would like it. And when I saw how much I liked it, I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do all the nails like that. But we're going to leave the ring finger out because on that one, we're going to showcase the Twilight tints from the October Potion collection, which I'm super excited about because I was like, out of the ones that I received, probably it's a tie between that one and the Pumpkin Palace. I really like both of them. So also, this is a hollow that we're using on our nails now, and it kind of looks like it could be a cat eye gel, but it's just a hollow, and it's super beautiful how it lays over the nail. I don't really know how Madam Glam pulled that one off, but shout out to Madam Glam because I love it. Also, you guys can always save on your Madam Glam products with my discount code, which is GoddessNails30. All of the information is going to be down in the description box, so be sure to check it out so that you can get some discounts and things. Also, look how bad my nails look, y'all. It's shameful. Half of them kind of like broke a little bit because I was being way too rough doing cleaning and things. But as soon as I get done filming this voiceover and any videos that I need to get done, then I'm going to be doing my nails, and I'm very excited about that. So overall, you guys know that when I do my nail designs, I like to try to create nail designs that are pretty easy so that everyone can feel encouraged and know that it's possible. It's not that hard. And for this nail set, I wanted to do pumpkins because previously, like in the previous few years that I've been doing nails, I haven't really mastered a pumpkin look, and it's kind of heartbreaking because it seems like pumpkins should be pretty easy to create, which it turns out they are. You just have to do it correctly. You have to know what you're doing. So I'm going to show you guys how I create just pumpkins, also little patches. I've never done like patchwork nails and stuff like that, so I wanted to experiment with that. And aside from that, there's nothing really too special or fancy about this video. What I really enjoyed is the background and how it really accentuated all the nails. I did post on Instagram a photo that had the flash on, and it was kind of in the dark, and it turned out super pretty. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think, oh, what I really struggled with on this nail set was the jack-o'-lantern face. I did good on the eyes. I did fine on the nose, but on the mouth, I had to kind of redo it over and over again. For the most part on this video, I tried to keep everything in. So if I messed up, I tried to keep it in and things like that. But for the pumpkins that go on the end of the nail or that are not full pumpkins, you really only need to create this little shape where you just kind of use the brush, the regular nail brush, to create like two little, like a little heart shape, I guess, like a wider bottom. But anyways, you want it to have a little dip in it in the middle for a stem to come out. But other than that, the rest of it is the pumpkin. And then also, when I did my lines, I came in the center. I brought them together and pulled them down, and then made layers around. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you've ever tried to do pumpkin nails, there is a little bit of an art to it. It can be a little challenging. I know it seems like it's just a base layer and a few lines, but it's not always as simple as it seems. So that's that. All right, you guys. So now that we have our pumpkins done, and that was pretty easy, right? Now we're going to work on the stems and also the little like swirly little thing that always goes up. I don't know. I think that's actually considered part of a stem too or something. But we're going to work on that. And you guys are going to see that on some of the nails, it went good. And then on most of them, I had to do take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. I had to do a lot of different takes in order to get it how I wanted it. But one of my top goals when I was doing this was to try to keep the line as thin as possible. I wanted it to look very dainty. And with each twirl, it gets hard to keep that thinness. But I did take my time and instead of worrying if it wasn't done correctly, if it wasn't done correctly, I wiped it off and I moved on. So you guys are going to see that on a majority of them. And I think there was only one now that it just came together perfectly. And I was like, okay, great. But after this, we're going to do the patches, and the patches are very easy too. You guys will see that a majority of the time I start with a white base layer, and then I basically go over that layer with the design. And the reason for that is so that I don't have any problems with colors mixing and creating a result that I didn't anticipate. So if I would have just done the patches directly on the nail or the pumpkin directly on the nail, that you guys will see that I'm going to do, then the background may have altered the color on the foreground, if that makes sense. And so if we put white underneath, it's like as if we're applying primer, and then we paint on top of that, and it works out very wonderful. So that's the reason behind that. And these are full coverage nail tips that I used for my application. The Madam Glam Rose Pink builder gel is amazing. It was so comfortable to wear because it's very strong. I did not need a thick application in order to get the desired end result. It was amazing. So I just cannot tell you guys how much I love that product. If you don't have any product in your collection, but you're looking to invest, please get yourself one of those builder gel pods. You will not regret it. But I'm going to let you guys go ahead and watch me do all the patches, and then we're going to come back to work on more. All right, so now we're going to start working on our big pumpkin. And I really wanted to use this set as an opportunity to try out the colors, but also to practice a nail design that I've never done before. So I won't say that this is like my best work or it's my most proud work, but what I will say is that this particular pumpkin is my best pumpkin yet, and I'm very, very proud of it. So I hope you guys really enjoy the set overall, but most importantly, I hope that me creating this pumpkin inspires you guys to create your pumpkins too. It is not as hard as it may seem. I think once you learn, like, I don't want to say proportion, but sort of like, because I'm really thinking like once you learn the shape and like where to place your lines, which kind of is proportion, right? It becomes so much more seamless, so much more easy, but you really just want to create that dip in the bottom, on the top and on the bottom. And then you want your lines, which I didn't do lines on this one, but if I would have, to kind of start at the top and come down towards the bottom in like an almond shape, and then continue to build around those ones. And I think that was really one of the hardest parts for me to learn as far as how to make it look really good. So I will say, when I did this pumpkin, I knew what my nemesis was. And instead of playing into it and like suffering defeat, I decided to play around it and see what I could do. So I started off with the white, as you guys know, and then I added pumpkin palace on top, which is super cute. But I really liked the aesthetic of all the nails with more or less glitter and things like that. So this is the same exact color that I used on the base of the nail, except now I'm putting it on top of the pumpkin, which, as you can see, made it look uniform and also very pretty, especially when you shine it in light. So I went ahead and got that little line out of the way, along with the stump, or the, the trunk area, and that turned out to be good. I'm using Keep the Change on the brown part, and you guys saw me unbox that recently. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do an outline, but I decided not to do any other lines, and so I just did the face in there with the outline, and it still looked very complete. So sometimes you may be having a challenge to create something that looks more realistic. So maybe in that case, it would be easier to add a cartoon twist. So I think with the glitter and with the outline and everything, that I was able to kind of disperse the attention all over the nail. Like, multiple areas of the nail will draw in your attention, so you're not too hyper focused on any one part. And with that, you kind of buy yourself a little leeway to get away with things you may not normally get away with. And in this case, I wanted to get away with not doing a full pumpkin and only doing like a portion of it because I didn't add the lines all over it and things. So there's a lot of very different ways to execute your design and succeed, but you just have to trust yourself in order to do it. Like I thought that this little tiny line here would really add more depth. And it did. And it was something that I just went with it. The thought came in my head, and now it looks like a very realistic orange apple. No, I'm just kidding. It looks like a very realistic pumpkin. And I wanted to take extra time to work on the eyes because I really wanted them to look uniform. So you guys are going to see that. And then we're going to do the nose, which is basically, well, there's many different shapes that you can use for all of the features. You can put one of those little circle crescent moons for the nose, or you can put the triangle with the crescent moon inside of it for the eyes and things like that. I didn't want to get super detailed, so I just went with regular triangles for the eyes. And then sometimes you will see people do an upside down triangle for the nose, but I did an upside down heart, which kind of looks like a skeleton nose. So there's tons of different. And then with the mouth, you can do a smile, you can do some teeth, no teeth, you can do fangs. There's many different things you can do. And I actually cut it out of the video, but I tried like 5 or 6 different variations of a mouth, and it wasn't until I said I'm just gonna draw like a zigzag, like a scary mouth or something, that it actually worked out for me. So one thing that I really wanted to accentuate with this nail set was just comfort. Like, do what you're comfortable doing, but also do what you know works, and just see where it gets you. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely drop down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are, because I would like to know how you thought I did on my pumpkins. Also, I would like to know what you think as far as the ease for this design, how easy it is, especially for beginners. And then some things that I would change definitely is I would definitely add a white layer underneath those pumpkins because I didn't do that. But also for the patches, I would like the outlines to be much thinner and things like that. The blue color and the green color are very rich. They're very like dark. So I don't know if I would have gone for those colors in the next set particularly. And then I think that my patches, maybe I would go for just all solid patches, or I don't know. I wasn't fully satisfied with the patches at all. I did the polka dots on one and the stripes on the other ones, but I think I could have probably done better. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. All right, you guys. So now I'm looking at my jack-o'-lantern and I'm noticing that he looks a little flat. He doesn't look bad, but he doesn't look complete. So I went ahead and used that orange and mixed in a little bit of black in order to make like a darker color. And that way I can go ahead and add some shadows inside, which makes sense, right? And you can already see that it looks 100% better with the shadows. So I was super proud of that also, because imagine if I wouldn't have added the shadow, how flat the image looks, and you can add depth to the nail design with just one single, like I'm only using 2 to 4 to 6 brush strokes. It's really not a lot of work at all whatsoever. It's the most subtle thing at all whatsoever, but look at how it's giving it a 3D effect. And then I wasn't sure if I should have just put it on one side or on one side and the bottom. So I did both, but I want to know what you guys think, because I almost really liked it with just the one side being shaded in and it looked like maybe there was a light inside of the jack-o'-lantern. So that's something that I would keep in mind for the future to see if I could execute on that better. But overall, I'm proud with how the eyes turned out, the nose and the mouth. And I'm just doing everything I can to keep my work as neat as possible and my lines as thin as possible. And we definitely want to give a shout out to Madam Glam. Thank you so much for making this possible for us at the Goddess King. You guys know you can save 30% with my discount code GoddessNails30. And you guys do not want to miss out on some of these colors. They're special editions. Well, they're exclusive releases. So we don't know when the colors will go out of stock or things like that. So Pumpkin Palace, definitely be sure to add to your collection. And if you like glitters, especially diamond glitters from Madam Glam, be sure to go ahead and pick up the purple, the Twilight Tints, which is the purple color. And yeah, well, I love you guys so much. I'm going to let you see the grand reveal, and I will be back on the next upload where we're going to discuss those nails that you saw a sneak peek of at the beginning. And I love you guys so much. I'll holla y'all. Peace.